Okay, so now we're going to talk about the 4-color palette. On his face, this means we're going to be doing the contour, the highlight, and the blush. Like I said before, on the back, it gives you the definitions of what each one is. The first thing we're going to do is the highlight. Okay, so to do the highlight, I use my finger and I'll put it in the highlight until I get a really good amount on my finger. And then we hit everywhere the light coming from above is going to come down and hit bone structure. So we've got bone structure here, we've got bone structure here, down the nose, down the center of the forehead, the chin, and under the eyebrow. So I'm going to put a couple of just some dots in there just to give him some highlight. Now what highlight does is it brightens your face. It makes it alive, happy. Okay, I'm going to use a clean finger and I'm just going to kind of tap it in. I don't like using a sponge for this because it blends too much. And one of the things about stage makeup is up close, it should be shocking because it's meant to give you the same effect from 30 or 40 feet away. If you do your makeup so that you look spectacularly done right next to someone, it's not going to have the same effect on stage. Because you're going to be, instead of 3 feet from someone, you're going to be 30 to 40 feet from someone. Now, if I get a spot that I don't like that's got a little too much highlighter on it, I'll go back and I'll use my foundation. And this part of your sponge kind of becomes your eraser. You want to make sure that when you're highlighting the bridge of the nose, you do not let the highlighter veer off to the side. In fact, I like to get rid of a lot of the highlighter that I put on the nose, so there's just a little bit. Because if you let it cover the nose, then you end up with someone with a really big nose because it highlights it. Okay, so that's your highlighter. Now to do blush. To do blush, we're going to use the more orangey of the red in the 4-color palette. I'm going to take the clean spot on my sponge and I'm going to put a nice good amount on my sponge. Okay? Now, my model is going to smile really big, and I'm looking for the apples of his cheeks, which are these little pudgy spots that come out, and I'm going to just put a little bit so that all of a sudden he's got these big red dots. Okay, you can relax. So then I'm going to take my foundation part of my sponge and I'm going to blend this. The way I blend it is by pulling in. I don't want to push out because we can make this very easily migrate up to his eyebrows and down to his neck, and that's not where you blush. So we're going to just relax and just kind of little short quick things to pull in from the sides until we have a little bit of color on his cheeks, but not big circles. And when I put it on there, I didn't push real hard. I was very gentle, wasn't I? Okay, so there is highlighter and blush.